Question: how can I achieve self-realization? Answer: enlightenment is not a matter of achieving something new. It is already there. All that is needed is to let go of the thought, I don't know the absolute. Tranquility and peace are the realization. There is not a single moment when there is no soul. As long as there is doubt or the feeling that the realization has not taken place, one should continue to try to be free from such thoughts. Such wrong ideas arise from considering the soul as a form. When non-self-related thoughts are destroyed, only the soul remains. Question: since realization is impossible without the cessation of desires, how can I attain a state in which there is absence of desires? Answer: you are in that state right now. Question: does this mean that by taking support of the soul, whenever lust arises, it should be destroyed? Answer: if you remain as you are, desires will automatically disappear. Question: how can I reach the soul? Answer: the soul cannot be reached. If it were to be reached, it would mean that the soul is not in this place and moment, and has yet to be reached. What is gained anew will also be lost, so it will be impermanent. It is not right to strive for something that is impermanent. You are the soul, you are already that. The reality is that you are unaware of your blissful state. The pure soul itself is bliss. Ignorance comes in between and covers it. All efforts are made only to remove ignorance in the form of false knowledge. It is false knowledge to mistakenly consider the soul to be identical with the body and mind. This wrong identification must go. Then only the soul remains. That's how everyone can attain the self-realization. The difference between seekers has no meaning for the sake of self-realization. The doubt, can I do the realization? And the thought that I have not realized. These two things are themselves obstacles. It is necessary to avoid these two obstacles also. Question: how long does it take to reach liberation? Answer: salvation is not achieved in the future. It is always there, so it is here now. Question: I believe this, but I do not experience it. Answer: the experience is here and now. No one can deny his soul. Question: it means that it is power, and not pleasure. Answer: the absolute and bliss are one, and bliss and existence are one. The word liberation arouses many imaginations. Why should anyone look for it? People accept that there is bondage, hence they seek freedom. But in reality, there is no bondage. There is only freedom. Why do you search for it by giving it a name? Question: true, but we are ignorant. Answer: just remove this ignorance. That's all that has to be done. All questions regarding salvation are unacceptable. Liberation means freedom from bondage. This indicates the existence of a bond. There is no bondage, hence there is no liberation. Question: what is the nature of the vision of Westerners who say they have a glimpse of world consciousness? Answer: it comes in a moment. It goes away in a moment. Whatever has a beginning also has an end. When the eternal consciousness is realized, only that will be permanent. Consciousness is definitely always with us. Everyone knows I am. No one can negate his power. Man is unconscious in deep sleep. He appears unconscious when he is awake, but he is the same human being. There is no change in the one who was sleeping and the one who is now awake. In deep sleep he was not aware of his body, hence there was no physical consciousness. While awake he is aware of the body, hence there is physical consciousness. In this way, there is a difference between the manifestation of physical consciousness or not. There is no difference in true consciousness. The body and physical consciousness appear and set simultaneously. The meaning of all these things is that there are no limitations in deep sleep. There are in wakefulness. These limitations are bondage. The thought this body is me is wrong. This wrong idea about me must go. The true me always remains. He's here, still. He never appears anew, nor does he disappear. What is, must always remain. Whatever new appears also gets destroyed. Compare deep sleep and wakefulness. In one state the body is visible, in the other it is not, therefore the body will be destroyed. Consciousness existed before, and will remain even after the destruction of the body. There is no human being who does not say, I am. Such wrong knowledge, I am the body, is the cause of all troubles. This false knowledge must go. That is the realization. Enlightenment is not a new achievement, nor is it a new power. That is just the destruction of the cover. The ultimate truth is so simple. It is nothing else other than being in its original state. It is enough to say this. Question: is man closer to pure consciousness in deep sleep than in wakefulness? Answer: sleep, dream and waking are the scenes seen in the soul. The soul itself is motionless, only in a state of awareness. Does anyone stay away from the soul even for a moment? If this was possible, then only your question could have been made. Question: doesn't the realization of one's complete, absolute being seem impossible for a common man like me? Answer: the knowledge of the absolute is not attainable, by attaining which man will become happy. Man needs to abandon his wrong viewpoint. The soul you are looking for is actually yourself. Your imaginary ignorance is troubling you as needlessly as your search for the never-lost 10th man. In one story, 10 foolish people crossed a river and reached the other side. Then one of them started counting to decide whether all 10 had crossed the river or not. But in his obsession with counting others, he forgot to count himself. He said, "There are only 9 of us. Surely one of us is missing. Who could it be?" The other one said, "Did you count correctly?" and started counting himself, but he also counted only 9. Everyone said in agreement, "There are only 9 of us." They asked themselves who the lost one could be. All his efforts to find his lost companion were futile. The most emotional fool among them said, "Whoever he is drowned. We have lost him." And he started crying, and everyone else started crying too. Question: why is man not satisfied after hearing this truth? Answer: because the values have not been destroyed. Unless the values are destroyed, doubts and misconceptions will persist. All measures are taken to destroy these doubts and misconceptions. To do this, their root must be cut. Those values of the being are the roots. By practicing they become ineffective. One can understand for himself that ignorance does not exist. Hearing the truth is the first role. If this does not lead to solid knowledge, then meditation on the truth and continuous meditation on the self are necessary. Due to both of these, the cultural seeds get burnt. Then they become ineffective and do not germinate again. Some extraordinary people acquire firm knowledge of the truth by hearing it just once. These are advanced and mature seekers. New seekers take more time to acquire knowledge. Question: how did absence of the knowledge arise? Answer: it did not arise. Its existence is not real. Whatever is there is knowledge only. Question: so why don't I get self-realization? Answer: because of values, but investigate who and what is not realized. Then it will become clear that there is no ignorance. Question: so is it wrong to start spiritual practice considering the goal? Is it or not? Answer: if there is an attainable goal, it cannot be eternal. The goal must already exist. We want to reach the goal with the ego, but the goal exists before the ego. Whatever is in the goal, it is there since before the birth of our ego, since we exist. The ego also appears to exist. If we consider soul as ego, then we become ego. If we consider mind, then we become mind. And if we consider body, then we become body. Thought creates shells of various forms. The shadow on the water appears to be moving. Can anyone stop that shadow from moving? If it stops moving, you will not see water, only light. In the same way, Do not pay attention to the ego and its attempts, just look at the light behind it. Ego is egoistic thinking, the true ego is the soul. Question: if it is only a question of renunciation of ideas, then realization is one step far. Answer: the realization is already done. The thoughtless state is the true state, realization is not an action. Is there anyone to whom the soul is not visible? Can anyone deny his existence? In the realization, there are two informants, the one who realizes and the other the one who is being realized. What was not visible till now is needed. To say I do not know that which is not separate from oneself, but exists within oneself, is equivalent to saying I do not know myself. Question: but how can man reach that state? Answer: there is no goal that can be reached, nothing to be achieved. You are the soul. You always exist, nothing more can be said about it. Seeing the soul i.e. God means remaining the soul i.e. what you are. To see means to be. Despite being a soul, you ask how to reach the soul. This is like someone staying in somewhere asking how many ways are there to reach out there, and which of them is the best for him. Question: why is the world surrounded by such ignorance? Answer: take care of yourself. Let the world take care of you. Look at your soul. If you are the body, then the physical world is also there. If you are soul, then everything is absolute. Question: this truth is true about an individual, but what will happen to the whole world? Answer: first decide your truth, then see if this question arises. Question: how does ego arise? Answer: ignorance is associated with ego. Why do you think and worrying about ego? Is it ignorance? He is the one who does not exist. Recognition of ignorance is necessary for worldly behavior. Not knowing the self is nothing more than our ignorance. Forgetfulness of the soul is ignorance. Can there be darkness before the sun? Similarly, can ignorance remain in front of the self-made, self-illuminated soul? If you know the soul, there will be no darkness, nor will there be ignorance and sorrow. It is the mind that experiences turmoil and sorrow. Darkness neither comes nor goes. Look at the sun and there is no darkness. If we look at the soul in the same way, then there will be knowledge that there is no ignorance. Question: it is cruel of God to make enlightenment so difficult. Answer: to know the soul means to be the soul. Being is power. Being oneself is power. No one denies the existence of his invisible soul, like the existence of his invisible eyes. Just as you see your eyes as objects in the mirror, you want to see your soul as an object. That is the trouble. You have become so mixed with matter that you have lost the knowledge of your true nature, simply because the soul cannot be seen as an object. Who will know the soul? Will the unconscious body know it? You always speak and think about your I, but deny it when asked. You are the soul, yet you ask how to know it. Where is God's lewdness and his cruelty in this?